What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out the Notorious EDC All Good pouch. This has been a pretty elusive pouch for me. I've been trying to get one without paying over retail. You can see these on the secondary market for 2-3 times what they retailed at. I paid $55, which is right at retail. Depending on the color and material, they're 50 or 55 bucks. So paid $55 for this. Obviously got it in orange. They have a black and a camo as well. I probably would have chosen the camo as much as I like these high-vis pouches, just because I really like the look of it. And I think that one was actually Cordura. This one is VX21 Xpac, which is like a sail material, pretty water resistant. Water's gonna beat off it, and extremely strong and durable. And so super cool colorway on this and great materials. It's 4 inches by 6 inches. And loaded out, it's about 2 inches or so thick, although probably closer to about 1.5 inches unloaded. The other thing that's kind of cool about this particular pouch is it has padded walls, so everything in here is going to be super protected. It's hard to show on camera the padding because obviously it's just kind of stuffed in there, but it feels like it's about 1/4 inch thick padding on both sides, so really going to protect the gear inside of here. As you can see, on the front side, you have a zipper pocket, YKK zippers for both zippers, or all 3 zippers actually, and the Notorious tag. And so this pocket spans the entire 4 inches by 6 inches. Obviously, some of it's above the zipper, some is below the zipper, but you can utilize most of that space. And like most pouches, I utilize that for a hank. Went with the Gondek EDC Smoke Hank. This kind of matches the theme, as you'll see when I get inside. Like to kind of stick with the theme as much as possible when I do these pouches, just for kind of fun and utilizing different types of gear. The back side has a full 4 inch by 6 inch loop panel, so you can have a lot of real estate for different patches. I have a Notorious EDC beer bomb patch, which is as close to a beer bomb as I have in real life, because again, I don't want to pay more than retail for it, but I haven't been able to snag one yet. As well as a bunch of Maniac EDC patches, just kind of across the board, and an out of stock patch on the corner, just because this was hard for me to get and has been out of stock quite a bit. Rounding out the outside of the pouch, they have 2 little loops on the side that you can use to attach a strap to if you'd like, or a carabiner, or whatever you want on here, keychain, anything that you really want to attach to the exterior. So on both sides, which is really nice, so you have the option. The zipper is one-sided, unfortunately, so it's only going to be one direction opening, but YKK zipper again. And as you can see when you get inside, a pretty unique layout, which I really like. One of these sides is kind of a horizontal layout, where the other is more of a vertical layout. And so usually when you see a pouch, they're going to be almost mirrors of each other, or at least kind of the same direction most of the items are facing. But I like that one of these has stuff facing this direction, the other has it facing sideways, and just kind of a unique layout that I like quite a bit. I'll start over on the left side, first with the elastic loops, and then in the zipper pocket, which again spans the entire thing, so about 4 inches by 6 inches, but again, you're not going to be able to stuff something exactly that size in there. You're going to have to go a little bit smaller, but pretty close to the full length. On both sides with the elastic loops, I opted to go with just the front loops, but there are larger size behind that, which I'll show a little bit of. But I didn't utilize any of them because I would utilize the front loops. You're really not going to be able to utilize both unless you're putting something pretty thin behind there. So up first, I have a CRKT M16. This is the 01S. There's a bunch of different models of the M16. So this one is the 01S. And I actually got that sort of for free from REI. I had a $25 off coupon, plus it's like the members check. So even though the members check, same thing as money, I ended up not really paying anything for it. And then right next to that is the Big Idea Design Cheap Pirate Life Mini Bolt Action Pen. The Pete's Pirate Life version is not available, but the Big Idea Design Mini Bolt Action is still available if you want to check out the pen. Really like the form factor of this pen. It's mini, but it doesn't feel too small. Not my favorite ink cartridge inside, but overall really, really good pen, and pretty compact, fits in most pouches. And you'll see this combination in a lot of pouches with this pen and the notebook that I have in the zipper pocket behind that. And so this is the Minosyn, which I don't know anything about this brand. They just sold it in like a 10 or 12 pack on Amazon, so I have a bunch of these and just buy more when I need them. And they're just kind of a small pocket notebook that fits in a lot of different size pouches that won't fit a 3.5 by 5.5 notebook, so I have quite a bit of them. And that's all I have on that side. As you can see, there's a different size elastic loops on here. So this one's about 1.25 inches, both of these. And then actually about 1.25 inches and about 1 inch. And so overall, this one's about 2.25 inches right behind there. So a little bit going under that seam, so you can't really tell. But a good place for putting larger items. So I still have some of my $200 challenge EDC loadout here today because I didn't carry all of the items today, but I did carry some of them. And so one of the items I didn't carry was the Leatherman Wingman. And this is not the biggest Leatherman, but you can see it fits in there with plenty of room to spare. And you can definitely fit a larger Leatherman or other larger items in there, a larger knife if you want. So I didn't utilize that back pocket, but it is a really nice pocket for something larger. Flipping over to the right side, you can see this one obviously has a different orientation and fit a bunch of smaller items in these smaller loops, although this also has the option for a little bit larger items. So up first is just this lever gear charging cable. It's just a USB charger for iPhone. It has an adapter behind there, SIM card ejector. Nice little option for charging your phone, although not great for desktops. It works really well with like a laptop. And the reason is it's only 2.5 inches or so long, and so on a desktop usually the USB is towards the top, and so your phone will just kind of hang there and it's going to fall out. So not really great for that, but really great for just charging on your laptop. Next up is a pry bar. This is a Countycom Widgie 3-inch curved pry bar. This one's Cerakoted black, but you can get them in stainless steel or titanium as well. Then a Olight i1 R2 Pro. Obviously, I've seen this one in a bunch of different My Pouch videos. It's one of my favorite small lights, 2 modes, low and high. Just a simple twist, and you can twist it all the way down to access the charging port. And so one of my favorite little flashlights, have a few of them, and they're just really great all around. Next to that, I have a Gerber Splice. This is a scissor-based multi-tool, which I really like. A bunch of other tools on it as well, but really like it's scissor-based rather than plier-based. And obviously I have a ton of plier-based multi-tools, but only a couple that are scissors as their main tool. Lastly, on that side, I have just a standard Zippo, which actually feels really light, so probably needs to be refilled pretty soon, but this is just a matte black Zippo and a standard fare, so that rounds out everything on this side. I'm gonna show some of the elastic loops. You can see I obviously utilized the front 5, but there's 2 larger ones back here. It's not quite even, so you can see it's a little bit bigger on the right side than the left side. So the left side is about 2.5 inches, whereas the right side is closer to 3 inches, like 2 3/4, somewhere between 2 3/4 and 3 inches. These smaller loops, they're about 3/4 inch each, the first 3, and then this one's about 1.25 inches, and this one's about 1.5 inches. So a lot of different size loops there that you can take advantage of, and then obviously the bigger ones as well. This one you're probably not going to be able to fit a multi-tool in because it's going to be too tall, but you can fit other wider items in there. And then lastly in here, you can see there's a small loop that you can put a keychain or lanyard, anything like that, to attach to it. I have a Vital Carry bit driver. This carries a single bit and is just a magnetic bit driver that I had pre-ordered from them a while ago. It just came in. It's got a really strong magnet, so it can be a little bit difficult to separate. And you can, again, just put a single bit in there. And the magnet on these is really, really strong. It can be a little bit painful to put back in sometimes. Well, one, you see that the magnet's trying to grab it before you get there, and then sometimes it just doesn't snap back into place. This time it did, but it's really secure. You can put it on a keychain, even if it's not inside a pouch. It's never going to fall off. That magnet's really strong. So super cool pouch from Notorious EDC. Again, there's 3 colors available now, although I just saw a tiger stripe camo that hasn't been released yet on, I don't know, Instagram or Facebook, somewhere like that. And so hopefully that'll drop soon. Maybe I'll try and grab that if I'm there at launch, but super cool pouch. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below, and then be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And as always, I hope you have a great one. Take care.